What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Raphaelsinsights. Welcome. I welcome you into the world of the esoteric, the divine, the beautiful, you guys. You guys can see it's not my usual film space. I did explain what is going on. This is where I'm currently staying at right now. I'm not able to live with my spouse. We're kind of like separated. I can always go back and do like whatever we need to do, but I have to live here. It's all due to my day job. My job kind of has us separated right now, and I'm going through this training. I'm going through this part of my life that I can't move. I have to just wait it out. You guys, I already knew this was coming. You guys, since I got to this new location, everything's been complicated. And whenever you start something complicated, it's gonna end complicated, or it's gonna be complicated the entire time you're going through it. It's basically what I've always talked about. The way you start a year, the way you start a month, it's how your month is gonna go. It's how the year is gonna go. So let's say we end the year like rough, next year's going to be rough. And that's kind of how it is. And even like, let's say you move into your home, your new home, you buy a new home and you started it off rough, everything that goes on in that household is going to be rough. And that's the energy that it's pulling and bringing in. It's always kind of gives you a taste of what's going to be happening or what's coming before it comes. And that's kind of how it was when I first got to Georgia. Georgia was kind of like difficult. It's a complicated story to tell you, but it was basically difficult. Everything was difficult, and we lived in a hotel for like two weeks or maybe a little bit longer. And you guys, it was really complicated, and I already knew that this place was going to bring a lot of complications. And of course, they have separated us. We're not allowed to be together, and me and my spouse are kind of have to just communicate through video. And whenever I can go visit my spouse out and do everything that I need to do, I definitely do it. But I have to live here, and that's kind of how my job wants it, and it's all due to my day job, and that's just how it is, you guys. It's not my fault. It's not my spouse's fault. It's just my job. That's my day job. And like I said, I'm waiting it out, just waiting to finish this contract so I can be able to do this and devote myself all to you guys and bring more things to you guys. But right now it's just, we kind of have to wait everything out. But you guys, anyways, you guys, before I start ranting and continue ranting on that situation, go down to the description below, follow me on all my social media, and you guys grow with me. We're literally growing daily. It's like, this has become something so beautiful. And you guys, I'm not perfect. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm very honest with you guys. I'm human too, but we learn from our mistakes. Mistakes are our greatest teachers. That's one thing that I've been watching Star Wars, and that's and Yoda said that, and I was like, you know what? That's so true. Mistakes are your greatest teachers because you learn from that. But anyways, you guys, this is gonna be the video for December 2020. What's coming and what we need to watch out for, and let's get started, you guys. Before I continue ranting. So the cards are going to be ruling is going to be the Tower. The Tower, basically what it's saying is just that the weather's going to be crazy. Yes, there's going to be more volcanoes erupting. And I still, the one I've been talking about still hasn't happened. I still see a volcano erupting. I believe it's going to erupt in December. If not in January, you guys. Volcanoes is just, they're always constantly erupting. And when there's volcanoes erupting, of course, there's earthquakes. The energy for earthquake is always moving. And I do see more earthquakes in December as well. For many countries, you guys, many different places, of course, all over the world, earthquakes, and still another tsunami I do see as well, you guys. With the Tower, another thing that it tells us is just that the weather is going to be completely chaotic, continue to be completely chaotic. But another thing that it tells us is just that there's this darkness, there's this thing that's just not sitting well with me. And when I say not sitting well with me, I do see something moving in the dark, and I do see multiple different things. I see terrorist attacks, and I've already mentioned them multiple times, and they still haven't happened. It's because they're still moving, they're still planning. When they're planning, it's that's what I'm sensing, what I'm seeing. Another thing that I see is terrorist attacks on Joe Biden and Kamala and even Trump. And when I say Trump, I'm going to explain that later, okay? But this card here is just going to continue to rule, and it's just a lot of chaos is going to continue to happen. The card of death. The death rate is going to continue to skyrocket. That's not going to be controlled anytime soon until the vaccines roll out. But even then, the vaccines are not going to stop everything completely. We're still going to have to give it a few months into 2021 before everything completely like goes away. And I see it mid 2021 when COVID-19 is no longer really that big of a threat, and everybody can stop wearing masks. But yes, we still have to continue wearing masks in the beginning of 2021. But the card of the death, it says that something dark is also moving. And again, I do see terrorist attacks, people trying to do things, and we'll talk about that right now. But yes, the card of death is going to continue ruling. Let me see what else. The moon. The moon, basically what it says is there's danger in December. In December 2020. Why? Because there's something that's being planned, you guys. If you guys haven't noticed, things kind of calmed down with the Trump supporters and Biden supporters, and everything is just calm. Remember what I told you? I see them attacking each other. I see certain, not all of them, because not every single Trump supporter is radical in the way, just like not every single person is evil and things like that. Of course, not every single Trump supporter is radical, but there are some Trump supporters that are going to be trying to do some radical things against Biden and Kamala Harris. I do see Biden and Kamala Harris. I do see someone attempting to kill them, and there's just something brewing, you guys. Something that we need to be careful about. And the moon is just basically telling us that something's moving. So lately I've been seeing something going on with the banks, you guys, something that's not being talked about. And when at first when it was coming to me, I didn't understand what's going on, but now I do, you guys. And it's very, you guys, the economy is not going to get better anytime soon, and it's going to get better in 2021, but before it gets better, it's going to get worse. And before it sadly, this is the vision that I've been seeing, is I've been seeing a lot of people lose their homes, a lot of problems with the banks having problems in general within themselves. And then on top of which, I do see the economy crashing one more time, the stock market crashing again. Before it gets better, you guys, we're going to hit the lowest point in our economy. And that is still yet to come, you guys. But I do see people having a lot of issues with their banks, and banks having a lot of issues within themselves. So the star is going to be another card that's going to be ruling. The star, basically what it talks about is being that hope. Yes, there's going to be more alien sightings in the sky. There's going to be more divine revelations in the skies and in other countries. I also see the meteor. But another thing that this card says is that the vaccines are going to be rolling out here shortly, as we've already seen, you guys. They're going to come out and they are going to work. And I do see this again. We're not going to have to wear masks again I would say mid 2021 is when we don't have to wear masks anymore. But this card right here basically says that just stay hopeful, stay optimistic, everything's going to get better. And for those people who lose things, because I do see that a lot of people are going to begin to lose their homes and even more businesses are going to close, God is going to give you even more. Have faith. So let's talk about what's going on with the president. Right now I see him like this, like the card of the moon. The moon, basically what it is very pensativo, bien pensativo, like thinking he doesn't know what to do anymore. At this point, he knows that there's nothing he can do to stay president, and he knows that he has a lot of issues. And I do see a lot of things starting to eat him up, whether his legal issues are going to start closing up on him in a negative way, on top of which he did piss off a lot of people. There's a lot of danger around him, not only because he pissed off a lot of powerful people, but he owes money to a lot of powerful people as well, a lot of bad people. And those people are going to come in and pay up because they know that his businesses are also going to start going to SHIT, you guys. And just things, there's a lot of darkness that surrounds. And of course, you guys, not only this card, but this card continues to rule President Trump and his family. And divorce again, you guys. I've already mentioned to you that, yes, divorce is also surrounding the family. Multiple members of the family are going to be divorced, whether I know that Melania is already thinking about divorcing him, and it's not going to happen until they leave the White House. But also, there's going to be the daughter or the son that gets divorced. They're going to be divorced, multiple people in the family. And that's something I want to tell you guys, that because everything that he did is also going to affect the family, you guys. And this card is going to continue ruling him. There's something dark that continues to rule him. And also not only him, also also Kamala Harris and Biden says that there's someone's trying to plan something against them. And yes, you guys, there's still going to be more protests. And you guys, I know I've already mentioned to you guys that his followers are not going to stop following him even if he's not president. But right now, I did tell you that things were going to be kind of crazy right after he loses. There are going to be people attacking each other, supporters from his side attacking, excuse me, supporters from his side attacking Biden supporters, and supporters from Trump attacking each other. It hasn't happened yet, but you guys, beginning December, middle of December, it's gonna start getting a little bit crazy. And you guys, people will be attacking each other. I do see more terrorist attacks and things like that, you guys. There's a lot of darkness. There's a lot of things moving in the background that we don't see. It says that there's danger, and again, terrorist attacks towards the president, and not only him, also Kamala and Biden. There's a lot of darkness, you guys. A lot of things are moving in the background. That when I tell you that something's moving, it's because something's about to happen, you guys. But this card, yes, you guys. And again, I did mention to you guys that, yes, I do see him. What's next to come, he's going to get divorced and he's going to have to leave the country because, again, his businesses are going to go to SHIT. He's going to go bankrupt. He doesn't have money the way that he makes it seem like. He was kind of living off of the presidency and all that stuff. But now he's going to we're going to start seeing his true colors and his true things that really, really eats up his mind. And we've already seen him kind of change. And like literally this instant, like his color of his hair has changed. He looks very stressed. It's because this card continues to follow him. And I do see that he doesn't get any sleep at night because he has so many issues. And then dark things have been sent to him and dark things are still following him. Again, you guys, I see him leaving the country. Eventually, he's going to get arrested. And I do see him either serving time or getting killed again. And assassination is still following this person as well. Biden and Kamala are going to be the ones who become president and vice president. And again, the story is going to be that Biden's going to get sick and Kamala's going to end up president. To be honest, you guys, ever since I saw them, I knew that this is the plan. This has been their plan. They got into an agreement. I'm pretty sure from what I can see is that Biden already has some sort of sickness, some sort of problem that he only has a limited amount of time and he knows that he's gonna die. And this was the plan, was to get a female to become the first female president, you guys. It's just a lot of darkness, a lot of unclarity, not a lot of cloudiness, I should say, around everybody. And you guys, one more thing, a lot of betrayals. There's going to be a lot of betrayals as well. A lot of politicians betraying each other. A lot of truths are going to be coming out. Another thing that I see is that people the people he thinks, the president thinks that are going to be on his side are going to end up betraying him too. He thinks that this woman, Amy Coney Barrett, is on his side. She ends up betraying him too. There's a lot of betrayal in politicians, and again, politicians being betrayed, presidents being betrayed, and things like that, you guys. There's just a lot of cloudiness. But again, you guys, remember, this is going to be the month of hope. With the moon, you guys, again, I see something dark moving, some sort of terrorist attack, some sort of plan. There's going to be an uprising as well. I see a lot of protesting from the supporters, the people who still support Trump. But I still see some sort of an uprising, you guys. Hasn't been shown yet, but I see an uprising as well. And then again, there's something being planned in the darkness, something that we haven't seen yet, and it's moving. And I think it's going to be moving to 2021 because 2021 is going to be even worse than 2020 in its own way. Again, before the economy gets better, it's going to get completely bad, you guys. And another thing, you guys, the coronavirus, you need to be careful because the cold is coming in a lot stronger than ever seen before. And at this point, we're going to know, no one's going to know if they have the cold or if they have coronavirus, and it's going to get out of control. The one thing that's going to be helping is that the vaccine is rolling out here shortly, but it's not coming to an end just yet. But we are at the end of that story. And one more thing that I forgot to say was that he is going to be doing radical things against the minorities. A lot of new laws are going to be put to make it very complicated to help the immigrants and minorities and just everything, just to make things just a little bit more difficult. But yes, we're going to be seeing a lot of radical laws and bills against, how did you get away? We're going to be seeing laws against immigrants, and just things just getting a little bit harder for immigrants and minorities in like the weeks to come before there's that transition. Weather, you guys. So with the weather, definitely the weather is going to continue to be very radical. It's going to continue to be very crazy. Like I've told you guys, the weather is going to continue to be very crazy. What you need to know is that the cold is going to come in very strong, stronger than we've ever seen before. I see people frozen. I see streets completely frozen. I see animals frozen. It's just the cold is going to be intense. Places that's never snowed is going to snow. Places that snow every once in a while are going to be definitely snowing. The cold is just going to be acting as crazy as every single natural disaster, every single disaster that has happened through 2020. It's going to continue with the cold, and the cold again is coming in very strong. It's something that we definitely need to prepare for, because there's certain places that never get cold that are going to be cold, and it's going to be affecting the crops. It's going to be affecting food sources and things like that. But definitely the weather's going to be still very chaotic. I do see another hurricane. I think I've already told you that I see 2 to 3 more hurricanes before the year ends. So definitely another one. And then with what's happening to Honduras and all of Central America, I do want to tell you that's basically what's happening when things go that bad for someone. When things get that bad, is because something good is about to happen. So I do see good things for Honduras and Central America next year. But that's what's going on. That's why you haven't been able to breathe. And of course, you guys, we need to continue praying for them. We need to continue to help them out in their situation with whatever we can help them. I know that the focus wasn't on them in the elections, when the elections were going on, and it's sad because they were like completely suffering while we were all focused on like who was going to be the next president. But you guys, what I want to tell you, Honduras and Central America, is that something good is coming for you guys. Huge, humongous changes to better yourself, to better your life, and it's going to be good for you guys. But there is no more hurricanes. There's more hurricanes. There's a tsunami that I still continue seeing. I still see another tsunami. And earthquakes are going to continue to happen all around the world, you guys. Earthquakes are not going to stop happening. It still continues throughout December 2020. The one thing that I will tell you is that I do see that we're going to be able to spend Christmas together, and probably because a vaccine's going to come out before Christmas. And you guys, everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to begin to get better again. Next year the theme is returning to harmony, returning to that peace. One more thing, you guys. I again with the weather, with natural disasters, and I do see more fires. Again, the fires are going to continue because it's the energy of change, and once change happens, that's when they're going to start calming down. But right now, change is still being pushed on forward, and fires are reflecting that energy of change. So I do see another huge dramatic fire. Thank you guys so much for everything, you guys. That is basically everything that I have for you. If I think about anything else, I of course will make a second video. Thank you guys so much for everything. I love every single one of you. Thank you guys so much for watching me. Thank you so much for having faith and trusting everything that I have to say. You guys, again, everything that has calmed down, I do see that the Trump supporters, there's a group that really follows Trump that is going to be trying to do something radical in December, and I see them finally act in December. So that's definitely something that you guys have to be aware of. But again, you guys, thank you so much for everything. Again, the weather's going to be crazy hectic. Prepare for the cold. Earthquakes are going to continue to happen. There's another hurricane that will make landfall, maybe 2. There's fires that are going to continue, you guys. Atentados, terrorist attacks, again. It's just, everything's just going to continue to be chaotic. But again, remember, the star tells us to remember to stay hopeful, that things are going to begin to get better. The vaccine's going to roll out. New medication's going to roll out. We're going to start seeing that the light of the end of the tunnel. And that's what this card is basically telling us to remember. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much for everything. Remember, go down to the description below. Follow me on all my social medias. And I love every single one of you guys. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Bye.